And we're live. Welcome back to Rise and Grind. If you ever started watching this and we're like, wait, what are they doing there for a second? It's because I'm always waiting for Megan to tell me if we're live or not.
I'm waiting.
Because she has the
You
laptop
wait for
and
the
I
thumbs
don't.
up.
Yeah,
You do a pretty good job at timing it right,
yeah. That time I was off, though.
Yeah,
But happy Monday. Again, if Sunday is for the Lord's Day and relaxation, Monday is about getting after it and making some money and getting the F after it. So a lot of good topics. How was your weekend?
It was very good. I got to see my friend and her kids, and it's so incredible. I just had to click the live button. There we go.
Boom.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We're
getting there. Megan didn't have her coffee yet today.
I did. I had like a sip of coffee.
She had a sip of coffee.
But it was good. I saw my friend's kids, and it's amazing how their little brains work. I mean, you get to see that all the time, but just like hearing him talk about nonsense and it somehow comes together. He was just so observant. So it was actually really nice.
That reminds me of Pete. When he gets his stuff together, it works out.
It's nice because like little kids look at the things that you don't often pay attention to. Like we were out in nature, so he was, like, oh, look at that leaf, look at that, and it was just nice to notice the small things that make people happy. So
yeah, like a POV from somebody who's completely innocent and
who's
it's just
seeing
like
the world for the first time, and it's like it's such a beautiful thing to them. It's such a cool thing to them. So it's a nice perspective to have.
That is cool. I love that. I love seeing that in my kids too. Like when I see my kids doing that stuff, I'm just like obsessed.
It's so cute.
Yeah. That was us this weekend. We went to go see the horses, which was cool.
I saw in your story that was fun.
Yeah, they're getting more comfortable now with like being in front of animals like that. Obviously, like
I mean that's a big animal for a little.
That's what I'm saying. It's every time I see a horse, I'm still so amazed. Like it's literally it's a beast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's legit a beast. It's huge, but they're such beautiful animals. I love them.
Did you pull the quad out this weekend?
I sure did. We took Pete out on a little quad ride. He was ripping it a little bit. It was good. Yeah, we had a good weekend with that stuff. Family time, got to see Pete, and just like, kind of like, we had a first birthday up North Jersey.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so.
That's a lot of fun. And football Sunday.
Where Jets are now 0-7, baby. 0-7. If you're a Jets fan, hang in there, guys.
It's honestly impressive that they've lost.
Well, it pushed me to say, okay, I'm going to ask ChatGPT, like, is this the worst like season starter we've ever had? And the answer was no, because in 2020 during COVID, we were 0-13.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, terrible. It gets worse.
That's terrible.
So we'll see if we're going to beat that this year. I don't know.
You have a lot of dedication as a fan.
But listen, this is what I want to say, okay? And get in on the windows of my soul here for a sec. If you are somebody who is single, okay? And I mean this seriously. If you're single, and it doesn't matter if you're a boy or girl, whatever. If you're single and you're looking for somebody and you find that somebody's a Jets fan, you marry that person, because Jets fans don't like team because they win. Jets fans like team because they're loyal to a fault.
Yeah, that is very,
they're going down with the ship. They're going down with the ship.
That's very true.
Right?
Yeah.
So with that said, that's why you should marry a Jets fan.
That's funny.
But anyway, the Jets at this point should be paying fans to come to the games.
Yeah, like a stipend.
Yeah.
Free seats.
I mean, fun fact, I don't know if anybody knew this, but like the Johnson and Johnson family own the Jets. I told you that last time.
But I had no clue about that.
Yeah, they need to stop focusing on COVID shots and start focusing on the Jets.
Yeah, seriously.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Yeah.
Johnsons are just botching up the damn Jets. They're not in it. I don't think they're in it. We need like a Jerry Jones type figure to like buy the Jets that like is obsessed with football, wants like the Super Bowl at all costs. The Johnsons are just so rich they don't give a shit. It feels like they're just like, all right, we lost again. Who cares? Let's go get some buffalo chicken wings, and
it's about the experience.
Yeah. No, but anyway, so if you're a Jets fan, sorry to hear that, but maybe at this point we'll just keep losing and get a better draft pick next year. I guess that's what we'll do. So
maybe
that's what we're riding on now. Let's keep losing, keep going. By the way, I gotta say, for Giants fans though, I was mind boggled about the Giants. So me and
Pete yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, me and Pete didn't watch the game at all. We tuned in for the last 18 seconds and we saw that it was Giants up 32-30. Yeah. And then Pete was like, they're gonna botch this. And literally.
And they sure did.
And then I was like, wait a second. The announcer said that they scored 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Yes,
I was like, wait, no way.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was actually insane. Going into the fourth quarter, I was like, wow, Giants are so ahead. That's incredible. We're going to win this game. Broncos were zip. Like, I think it was like 6 maybe going into the fourth quarter. within 2 minutes, they ended up scoring all the way up, and then they ended up winning. So I feel like
Wild.
that was their strategy, though. Like, have the Giants think that they're winning, so they pull their good defense, put in their backup, and then right in the last quarter, they score all of their points.
Listen,
good strategy. They tired them out.
You know, listen, I don't want to see a fellow Jersey team lose, obviously, but for my Giants friends out there that always bust my balls, you know who you are. And, you know, sometimes 33 points in the last quarter. You know,
it's funny because I think football is more just like cozy to me. Like, it's nice to have on in the background. I don't normally like sit there and like watch like each play.
Right.
But I love the commercials. I really love the commercials. And I saw a Chili's commercial yesterday where they called out McDonald's directly. And I feel like you haven't seen that over the past few years. Like, their brands weren't calling other brands out directly. Like, they were indirectly doing it, but then you had,
it was subtle.
It was subtle, but then we talked about the Vanilla Pro recently.
Dude, that's
which is like a
me.
direct call out. And then in the Chili's commercial, they were like, if you're McDone with small, like, unappetizing burgers, come to Chili's.
Right.
And it's like McDone, right? McDonald's. So yeah, they're brutal out there.
But I don't, first off, I love it, but I also don't think that anybody has nailed it as much as the Vanilla Pro.
I don't think so either. That was incredible.
Is genius.
Yeah.
It is so
because they
genius.
chose they're basically calling everyone basic. That's what they're doing.
Well,
they're vanilla.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel like they're calling basic. Everybody basic, but I feel like they're just sharing the fact that, like, people are walking around. The best part of the whole thing is when the guy on the billboard only puts down the right side of it because the vanilla is still the same vanilla as last year. And that's because when he's up on a skyscraper adjusting the billboard, there's only the left is the vanilla cone, and on the right it just says all new. And it just pops down all new, but it's the same vanilla cone.
That's a good call.
And it's like, dude, but it's so true. Like, that's why I got the iPhone Air, right? And everyone got the new 17 Pro Max or Pro. And it's like, it's the same. It's literally the same phones we keep buying.
It's the same exact thing. Yours is just thin. I would say yours is the most different because it's thin.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But that's the only thing to it.
That's the only thing. But also where it sucks is that I don't have the 0.5 camera.
Yeah.
And I realized it when we were looking at that building. And I was like, let me get a picture of this. And I had to go like physically walk all the way back to get it like that zoomed out. I'm like, this sucks. Like, I have to walk to take pictures now. But the one thing I'm telling you, I'm this close. Okay. This close to breaking up my family group chats and going green again. Okay. No. I'm this close because my flip phone, I loved it. It had everything, even these new phones, perfect example, right? Like, if I'm recording like on the newer phone, right? If I'm recording on this thing and I want to go selfie and then back to front, you can't do that on the iPhone. On my
you
flip
can't
phone,
do that?
No. Like, I'm saying on a normal camera. On IG you could do it. But what if I wanted to do an IG? Like, I'm just recording my kids having fun. Right. Mm-hmm. So like, but on the flip phone I had on the Samsung, like, you could do all this shit that like Apple's gonna be like, yo, 2 years from now, I'm like, guess what? We could do that.
It's like, you're so behind.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Like, the device is nice. Everyone's used to it, but like, I don't know. I jumped off the wave and like I'm realizing why I jumped off it. And like, I'm like, I'm about to go back.
Yeah. What I don't like is just after a few years, like, once they start releasing new ones, you notice that your old phone starts to just go to shit, because that's what I'm going through right now, where it's like, it's really slow. It doesn't, like, I can't do anything unless I update. And then at that point, you just get a new phone. So,
right. It's like, what the hell am I doing? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. But anyway, I got to say, shout out to Batch. Bam, baby. I don't know if you can see this. Can we see this? Batch. Boom. Love this stuff. I haven't drank coffee in a while, so I'm going to apologize for the energy coming to my team today. I'm coming in hot. But all right, what do we got next? Let's talk about,
actually, I'm going to start off with the 7-minute Louvre robbery. Did you hear about this?
I heard about this.
Oh my gosh. So in broad daylight, it was Sunday. So yesterday morning, this happened.
Yeah.
Where some thieves went into the Louvre. They pried open a window, actually, went through the window and robbed the Louvre in 7 minutes. They smashed the glass, took the crown jewels of, it was like King Louis's family line, and ran out of there. And
they got away.
And they got away.
Insane. It's like a movie. It's like,
that is exactly
7 minutes in and out like a movie. Tom Cruise is a part of this.
Film a movie? Like, is it a weird marketing promo for something that's coming up? But it's probably just inspired by the movies out there. But the fact that some of the world's most prized possessions are completely gone, and it was that easy to take them. Like, where was security even getting into the building?
Right.
And then on the floor. And then I also just read that they used the same glass. It was the glass made during Napoleon's time, so it's not like reinforced glass that should be in a museum. It's hundreds of years old,
Right.
where it's really easy to just break it and take the jewelry.
Mhm.
So they had no security around this at all, and I just think that that's wild. Not pertaining to small business, but it is just
I just wonder-
wild thing to think
I
about.
wonder how much money and values they stole.
Millions, I think.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Well,
Actually,
actually,
they're
like 10
saying
bucks.
that it was priceless because of how historical the items
Right,
were.
right,
It's
right.
like, that's completely priceless, but I'm sure there's weird stuff that happens.
They had
on
to
the
do it
black
for somebody in the
market,
black. Yeah, I was in the black
like,
market.
yeah, somebody was like, I want that,
Yeah.
and you have to get it to me.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
You know
What a heist.
to have the balls to do that when we live in a world where there's 10 million cameras on stores, on
Mhm.
houses, on everything. Like, I mean, they're gonna find these people purely
Yeah.
because if you think about it, like they left the Louvre, which is cameras all over it, right? I think on mopeds or bikes or whatever. And then when you go down all these stores, eventually, like where could they have gotten, like in where the Louvre is?
Mhm.
Like, it's not like you're in the middle of the woods.
No,
Like, you know what I mean? Like
you're in the city.
like you're in a city.
You're
so
in
like
the middle of the city.
you're right.
And there's so many people. And the fact that they left on mopeds or bikes is so funny to me too, because
Yeah.
it's
like a movie.
it is. It's exactly like a movie.
I feel like Ashton Kutcher's gonna pop out eventually. Like, yo, everybody's punked.
Yeah.
This is a joke. Because how the hell could you even do that?
Well, your point, like, there's cameras everywhere, so I'd be really curious about how they got around.
They're
the
definitely
cameras.
gonna find them. There's no way they're not gonna find them.
Yeah,
You know.
that's ballsy.
Yeah.
That's really, really ballsy, and in the middle of the day.
It was broad daylight. I thought it was like on a night.
No, broad daylight in the morning. They said that there was actually tourists in the Louvre with them while it was happening.
Oh.
And people were just like,
oh wait, time out.
Imagine
That
watching
changes the
that-
whole story.
yeah.
Emily, this is
Isn't
where
that
we need the Emily
crazy?
camera. Just imagine Emily's face right now. But literally, like that's insane. And Megan left
Yeah.
that big detail out.
in the
because,
middle.
like,
Well, you just didn't listen, but it's fine.
well, no, because when you said they robbed it in 7 minutes, I thought like they were Tom Cruise in like Mission
No,
Impossible and
like,
broke in at
broad
nighttime.
daylight. Broad daylight.
That's not as cool. They're not cool anymore.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because you could walk. They paid to get in the Louvre, stole something, and left.
No, they didn't pay. They didn't pay.
Okay.
They broke in through the window.
Oh wait, I'm
They
confused.
broke in through
If
a
there was
window,
guests in there,
got in.
right?
They just didn't go through the front door. Basically, they didn't go through the front.
They could at
door
least
and
bought a
they just,
ticket.
like-
They could at least bought a ticket.
That's. I agree. I feel like that's the less dramatic way to go about
Yeah.
it.
But it's not cool anymore, though. I thought it was the middle of the night. Everything's closed, lockdown, security guard
There's lasers on
sleeping,
the
watching
floor.
the camera.
They have to sneak through the lasers.
Right.
Yeah.
Like-
Now that would have been cool.
All right, these
Yeah.
people aren't cool anymore.
But still, so crazy. Have never
over
heard
these
of
people
something
now.
like that in our lifetime. So that's just wild.
Yeah.
But let's talk about how the government shutdown is impacting small business.
Yeah, well, so this is the thing. So I'm like, I was reading all these articles that it's like, oh, these government shutdowns are impacting small businesses and like what they're doing. And this is the thing. It's like, when I think about that, I'm like, I mean, is it affecting? It's got to be affecting corporate America more than it's affecting small businesses. Like, I'm not.
That's what I
like,
think too.
I'm not like but this is the thing. The media always pumps shit that's like, I feel like totally unrelevant. It's always about big corporate, right? Like, what does a bakery care about a government shutdown?
They're not affected. Like, for example,
I'm sure there's certain things that like when it comes to like
Sure.
supply chain stuff, and maybe I don't even know. I don't know that answer.
Yeah.
But like, it's like I feel like they pump that out there and make everyone feel worried about it, and it's like, because the article I read was like, there's been like it's impossible to find a job right now, especially because the government shutdown and blah blah. Small businesses are impacted. I'm like,
But small businesses, like I could see, like the biggest story that I keep hearing about is all of these airports where they're really suffering because everyone who's in air traffic control or TSA or anywhere where it's government funded, they have to keep working without a paycheck. So it's like, why would
during
you,
those time, that's crazy.
Why would you keep working and not
Right.
get paid? And I'm sure they worked maybe something out, but they're not. getting
Emily was
paid
trying to
their
get me to do
full
that adapting
paycheck.
social.
Like, could you imagine?
She's like, government shutdown, John. Stop paying people.
Could you imagine?
She's like, start with me. I was like, Emily,
then-
no,
so-
Emily.
What's happening is people are leaving those jobs because how can you live without a paycheck?
Yeah, it helps.
And then they need to find another job, but it's already really hard to find a job. Like, think
True,
about that.
I
Like,
know.
it's very difficult to, especially with AI. Like, different brands are laying off their teams because they're incorporating more AI. So
Mhm.
I think that's probably where it's more difficult.
What's funny? So I brought Pete to my family. Like, it was technically my, I guess, cousin's. Well, no, she's my cousin's daughter's first birthday, and then also like her dedication. So like it's like the Christian equivalent to like her like baptism. But the guy who was there preaching was going in on AI too. Like, it was wild. It was like even preachers are talking about AI.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, our kids are like talking to it and like doing, whatever instead of talking to people and like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's true, but it's like even everywhere the people are talking about that stuff,
It's crazy to hear that a preacher is talking about
Yeah.
it, though.
He was going in on it, was he not? He was going in on it.
Then it kind of makes you think like, will AI start to take over those types of positions too?
Yeah. What, preachers?
Yeah. Do you imagine?
I mean, listen, the people who are deeply religious, there's no way.
Yeah.
Because they like confide in a person. They like going into
and
like God's house.
So special.
Correct. There's like rituals and religion, like our rituals, I guess, like formalities in most religions that like you go to, whether it's a temple or a church or in Pete's case, like a seance or whatever. Whatever.
Pete, you're a witch.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk. It's funny.
Man, this coffee's hitting.
I love that for you. What kind of coffee did you get today?
I got that one with the double espresso.
You got a double espresso?
That's what espresso, doesn't it come with that? My slow-mo? Oh, no, it's a large. Okay, so I got one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is a double. Because
the large before that one time. Yeah. It's hitting.
Oh, boy.
My shit's going to be all effed up today.
Oh, boy. You need to run laps around the building.
Yeah.
We got to tire you out.
Retire me out.
All right. Did you see Instagram's new user interface? Did you get prompted to update it yet? So what they're doing, Emily did. Where's your camera today?
Yeah, Emily. Damn.
Oh, boo. Did
Rob
you
ruins
update
everything.
it? Did you update your? Me neither. I took a peek and was like, I don't know if I want this right away. But essentially, what's happening is now in your tab system, you'll have your regular feed, you'll have reels, and then you'll be able to go right to DMs, and you can slide between
left and right
all of it. So some people are really excited for this because it just helps go between DMs and reels faster. Like, I can see if you're a creator, an influencer, a brand, to be able to access that pretty easily. Other users are saying that it's not good because there's nothing more aggravating when you're in your For You page and you're scrolling on reels and then you accidentally swipe away and then you just lost like whatever
I hate that.
you were looking at.
I hate when that shit happens with other apps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll see. They're giving users the option to test it out right now, but we know that they're going to roll it out indefinitely. Like, it's either you update now or you're forced to update later. So you might as well just get used to the new user interface.
Yeah.
I say, as I did not update mine. I'm like, I'm going to wait.
I didn't get the invitation to do it yet, but when I do, I will absolutely.
Yeah, you probably will soon because I just got it yesterday. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Did you switch? Oh, you're staying strong. She's holding.
Yeah, it is like TikTok.
Typical.
Yeah. Which is interesting because I feel like people are still using Instagram to search, like they use TikTok to search. It's a search engine. So to switch it and just scroll instead of look for things that you really want to look for is an interesting update.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Zucks is always just on what's everybody else doing? Boom.
Exactly. That's why I'm a little underwhelmed by Instagram lately, actually, because of that. It's like you're not coming out with new exciting updates. It's just a hodgepodge of whatever the other apps are doing.
Right.
It's like not exciting at all. But what is exciting? Blockbuster.
Yeah.
When you texted me that this morning, I was floored.
I'm pissed that they always do this cool shit like nowhere near Jersey.
Yeah.
But yeah. So they're making a Blockbuster that is a free Blockbuster, and it's like a take and leave system. So it's like, like when you go to like some neighborhoods, like you'll see like a book thing,
like
and like leave a book, take a book. Yeah. Cute. So essentially they're doing that in San Antonio where it's like leave a movie, whatever. And I'm like, but who has the DVD player? Who has that DVD player?
That's a good thought. I did not think about that.
I'll go there because I want to smell the plastic.
You have a PlayStation, right?
What?
You have a PlayStation?
I sure do.
I think you can play DVDs in there.
Yeah, you can. Actually, I don't. Brandon stole it back from me.
Wow.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I took it.
You gotta get that back.
And he stole it one day when I was away.
Wow.
So I don't have it anymore.
That's such a brother thing.
Yeah. I came home and one day I haven't played it in months, and I opened the cabinet and it wasn't there, and I texted him. I'm like, "You mother!" I had some choice words, but anyway, so I don't have it. But anyway, you can.
Not many people do have
Right.
a DVD player though.
Right.
And
Unless the only way they do is if they have a boyfriend or a husband somewhere that used to game or is currently
yeah,
gaming
that's
that dusts
true.
off that PS3 or PS4 or PS5, whatever.
Yeah, because I wouldn't.
Does PS5s have CDs? Does anybody know? Does the new Xbox Pete have a CD drive? So, because that's interesting. Because when you think about it, all the laptops now, there's no MacBooks that have CD drives.
And
obviously.
even like we have a PS5, and I'm thinking about it because
Megan plays all the time. She's a gamer.
You know, I do like. We have the driving simulation with like the wheels set up that I really
Love
do
that.
like.
Megan, what are you doing tonight on Saturday?
I really, really do. That is our Saturday night. So I'm like, let's order a pizza and race.
I love that.
But all the games are online. Like, remember, you used to go and pick out your games from the store. Now you just like get them, I guess, online, and it just downloads to your system.
Quick question: do you remember Primetime Video in the Welsh Farms Plaza on the way to high school? So when I first moved down the shore, my mom got us a Primetime Video membership. Fast forward, I got a game there, and I never returned it. Right for
I've
like
never
years.
heard of Primetime Video. Is that a local thing?
It was in Brick, yeah.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure it was just in Brick. I don't know though. But anyway, so I held on to it intentionally. I don't even remember what game it was. But anyway, I had it forever. Let's just say for like 3 or 4 years. And eventually my grandma's like the beacon of integrity and honesty. And she's like, we got to go bring this back. I'm like, Grandma, okay, they don't even know. Who cares? We're never going back again anyway. Who cares?
Oh my gosh.
Fast forward, we bring it back. The dude goes, the late fee, it was like 2 G's.
No.
Not even kidding, right? And now my grandma was like, damn.
We should have kept it.
Why do we bring this thing back? But anyway, long story short, the dude was nice and he kind of like let me go. He was like, "You gonna get something else?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, this is extreme, obviously, whatever." But he was cool. He let me go. But I had a $2,000 late fee bill.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, but free Blockbuster. What?
One thing I forgot to mention though was that Netflix is opening the first movie theaters, and it's called Netflix House. So the difference from a movie theater, because they're trying to make movie experiences like movie theaters, but the difference is they're trying to make it more comfortable, so it feels like you're at home and not sitting in like a chair and like in a movie theater.
So is it going to be like
the first one's the first one's opening up, I believe, in Texas somewhere, and then
always in Texas.
It's always somewhere Midwest or Cali or something like that. But like those are the first ones opening up, and I'm so intrigued to see like what that's like. Because I was just telling Jacqueline, like, we haven't been to the movies in forever. And P was saying he's somebody who goes by himself and just watches movies.
Do you?
But Chris,
I love that.
But Chris used to do that all the time. Yeah.
I love that. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of weird checking on your friends. But Pete, blink twice if you're okay. But Chris used to tell me all the time. Chris would be like, yeah, I went to go see a movie this Sunday. I'm like, oh, who'd you go? He's like, by myself. I'm like, okay.
I mean, it makes sense because it's like you just want to go see a movie.
I'm busting chops. But I'm not a big movie guy. No, I'm not a big movie guy. But I will say something I'm a little embarrassed to say, but I'll just come out and say it with my chest, okay? So I'm watching Dawson's Creek right now.
Okay.
And it's fantastic. Have you ever watched it? I was like, it came on in the background one day. I'm like, oh, I love all the 90s music on it and like it's good shit. So just play in the background. But anyway, it's like he's like a film geek. He loves film. And it's like I feel like the issue why I don't go to the movies anymore is because like all the movies that are out right now, like it's like I don't know. I don't think there's any real good movies. Like, when's the last time you saw like a good movie?
Freakier Friday was so good. I don't know if you would like
was that out?
Though, but it was a few months ago. And then recently, right now, I heard that Roofman is really good. That's out right now.
What's that?
I don't know. My mom saw it and she was like, and she's not one to be like, oh my gosh, this action movie was so good. And she was like, you have to watch it. Roofman.
Tim Trotta?
And basically.
Yeah.
And then Tron. Did you see the original Tron?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. So the second one is out. And that is supposed to be really good. But I don't know. I like a movie date every once in a while. Except for I really like to go in the mornings.
You're a matinee?
I really like to wake up, go get my coffee, maybe a bagel, throw it in my bag, and then you just go. It's the movie price is cheaper. There's nobody in the movie theater, which is really nice. And by the time you're out of there, it's 11 o'clock. You have your whole day ahead of you still.
So I don't know if you remember this, but my friends and I back in the day, we would go and one of us would buy a ticket and come out. So like the person would visibly see you buy a ticket, come out, whatever, and then give it to a friend. And then we'd keep passing it. So like we would all have.
It's amazing. You could get away
with
with
that. We would split one ticket and then everybody had the thing. But
nowadays,
can't do that.
It's all on QR codes.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wow.
How times have changed.
I'm sure there's a way around it. That's the way around it.
And the price for a movie, like back in the day, you can get into a movie for like less than $10. Now it's like you're paying $20 a movie.
Are you kidding?
It's like close to it.
What? It's
Mhm.
$20?
Yeah,
The last time I saw a movie, it was like
$18.
12. I'm not going
No,
back
I
for
think I
sure
paid-
now.
I think I paid 18. Just a lot.
Damn.
At that point, you might as well buy the DVD when it comes out, or like just like get it on Amazon Prime or something like
My
that.
wife is so frugal. Now that I know it's $20, I'll never go to the movies again. Shit, I'm never going to the movies again.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, like, because you know, like when movies come out, like, and it's like you can get it on Prime for like $4.99.
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, I was like, "You want the SD version or the HD?"
Mhm.
And HD was $1 more. Jack would always make me get the SD.
That's so funny because really, like,
I'm not
what
even
is
kidding.
the difference?
She's like, and there really is no difference.
What is
But
the
back then, I was like,
difference? You
Jack,
can't really
HD.
tell.
You know,
Yeah.
they got a nose hair. You want to see it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? So I don't know. Either way.
Okay, let's talk about the 23-year-old record store.
Oh, I love this. So essentially, when you think about like businesses that are like on their way out or have been on their way out or just have the collector's items, there's this record store that I was reading about, and it's been around for 23 years. And when you think about a record store, it's like that's the same type of nostalgia as if like you're going to Blockbuster. Like
Mhm.
it's like, but they made it turned it into a community center. So instead of it just being like, you know, you're going to records, like there's like a hangout spot, like you can like literally chill there,
Wow.
you know, like get some food and like, you know, just hang out. And it just reminded me, like there was a place back when I used to live in North Arlington called The Hut. And like after school, like you go there and it was legit, like they had food there. They had like all these games. They had like the PlayStations, the Xboxes, they had pool tables, ping pong tables.
Wow.
And just like everybody in town, like after school would just literally go there.
That's nice.
And we'd just go hang out. But this reminded me of that because it's like, all right, like instead of this business owner going out of business after 23 years, he pivoted, and it's more of like a fun like hangout now for kids that can just go there or even whatever, like just go chill.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so important to do. I was talking to Chris actually this week, and we were talking about different real estate brands though, how like if you don't evolve with the times, like people aren't going to stay with you.
Yeah.
Same goes for that record store. Like records aren't, you're not buying vinyls the same way that you're buying, I don't know, like subscriptions nowadays, like
Right.
Netflix or this, that, the other. But to evolve it into a hangout spot is a great way to keep your brand relevant in the community. And somebody, I'm sure that those who, is it geared towards kids, like the community?
It's just like open to community.
Like everybody?
Yeah.
It's like somebody's got to own a record player to come in there and be
Yeah.
like, oh, let's just take a peek through the vinyls. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
I love it. Yeah. So just those was interesting. And also it's like supporting businesses like that. Because when businesses are like going through those tough times where it's like, obviously they're not selling records all the time anymore. And so it's just one of those things where it's like to see, like if that was local, I would be there. I would go like do business meetings there. And, like,
Yeah, why not?
do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, go support that
They
business.
need a coffee pop up in there.
They do.
Like it.
And I wonder, you know what? I read the headline. I went through it a little bit. I don't know the name of it. I'm going to pop that. We'll post that later. But definitely think that's a cool concept.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Black Friday momentum. I feel like every week we're talking about Black Friday, but it's so important because
have to.
it is sneaking up on us. And I was thinking about it for different businesses who are trying to just gain momentum or figure out how they can really maximize their sales. What I would be doing right now is launching some sort of pre-sale email list sign up, right? And it's something that's exclusive.
Or SMS.
Or SMS. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, probably SMS is going to do better than email because people are checking their phones way more than they're checking their email nowadays.
100%.
But put out there that you're having a pre-sale. What?
I think they're doing both.
Yeah.
Definitely text way more.
I could
though.
see that.
Definitely text way more.
Especially
But
when it comes to promos too.
Right.
Like I do get a lot of promos from brands where it's not like when I see it come through, I don't prioritize checking it over text messages from
That's true.
friends and family. But put an ad out there saying that you're having a pre-sale and to sign up to have exclusive access to the pre-sale so that you are building an email and SMS list leading up to Black Friday. On Black Friday, release your sales, but then following that, because you want to keep sales going, right? You don't want to just do 4 days of sales from Black Friday to Cyber Monday, especially leading into the holidays.
Right.
So immediately transition it into your holiday sale and have it say that it's extended for another 5 days or 7 days and keep that momentum going. But you have to plan this out. This cannot be something that the week of you're thinking, oh, I'm going to release a sale this week and put an ad out there, because you have not gained enough awareness for your brand yet. You really need to create those touch points. Touch points are so important. Think about how many times you see an ad for a brand before you actually engage with it. Because for me, it's a lot. Like, and even so, there's a lot of times where I was talking to my sister about this yesterday. Old Navy right now has a 50% off sale. Old Navy really is getting trendy again, which is nice. But
they always have those waves.
They do. But I've gotten so many ads from them, and probably I would say like 5 or 6 different times I've gone in, added things to my cart, left, got another ad, went back, added more things to my cart, and I finally checked out yesterday after. But this is like days and days and days and days of me engaging with the brand, adding to my cart. So people aren't going to purchase on a first touch with your ad.
Yeah,
it's just not the world that we live in.
But I also want to, the mindset is this, like, this is about building, like what I look at Black Friday in its true core. Yes, it's about building, end the year strong, right? Like the unload inventory, unload as much sales as you can, right? But what I look at Black Friday primarily, even past that, like, is this is where you can start building sales cycle into the new year, right? So you start building your the final hit of the year for this current 2025. But 2026, if you're building momentum, most likely you'll get people who weren't customers before.
Right.
So now, like, going into the new year, they know who you are, and you got to keep that momentum going, right? So whether that's from a value prop standpoint or you're offering more deals, either way, you got to keep that momentum going into the new year too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And if you're a gym, this is the freaking time. Again, like the Super Bowl is coming up for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my
gosh.
Like
Jan 1.
New year, new me.
Jan 1 is the second. I know Pete and Emily go get their brand new running shoes. They get the yogas. They start getting ready to go. Yep. And then boom, Jan 2, they stop going. You know? No, but this is where people get amped up, right? So gyms, health businesses, this is like prep for the Super Bowl. This is where you should be advertising your ass off right now to make sure you're ready to go, because again, you're gonna blink and we're gonna be in December, right? And if you're trying to market your business in the health space in December, you are way behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. People are already reflecting on their year now.
Right.
And you really have to nurture them through that reflection to be like, I need to change something going into 2026.
Right.
And if they've seen your brand over and over and over and over again, they're going to convert come 2026. Right. But you can't start in December.
And you got to listen. You got to be trendy. We were just having a conversation with a local gym owner who we just signed, actually, and they were talking about how they've been in their location for over 10 years, and all these gyms popped up around them, and it made it way more competitive. And the problem was, like, they never really marketed themselves or branded. They just relied on people coming in until they weren't. And the key is, like, again, whether you're in the health space, whether you're in whatever business you're in, branding and marketing is the reason why people decide to make decisions, right? So like if you want to be a secret agent and nobody knows who you are, like, yeah, maybe drive-by traffic worked for you in the past, but we live in a world now where people are looking for deals. They're looking for things that matter to them, or they like the mission or whatever, but they have to know the mission, right? Yeah. Like Bomba Socks blew up because Bomba Socks had a great mission. They were never a physical store. They just marketed the shit out of themselves, and they had a great mission. You buy one, they donate a pair. Obviously, it helped that they had amazing socks. The socks are so quality.
I do like Bomba socks too, yeah.
But it's like, you have to embody that, right? So like at the end of the day, right now, this is the time to get amped up, because I always say, listen, Q3 to me is really the end of whatever current calendar year we're in, right? It's like, hey, yes, we'll try to finish strong, but this is really about preparing for the year ahead, right? So like Q4 is, Q1 prep really.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, you getting dialed right now to make sure that you're building brand and marketing. The reason why people eat McDonald's is because, yes, they're everywhere, but they market, they're on the radio, they're on TV, they're on your feed, they're freaking everywhere. So you're thinking about that. And it's funny. Have you ever had a McRib?
No.
I've never had one. I don't really eat McDonald's that much since I stopped, going out and partying and then eating McDonald's at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But it's like, everybody goes crazy over this McRib. And it's like they market it and they blow sales up, right?
I feel like it was also a nostalgic food item because they brought it back, right?
Yeah, it's always brought it back. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but they did market it
That's what I mean. Like,
really well.
People were buying the shit out of it because they were marketing it. So anyway, point is that, like, if you're not branding or marketing yourself and you're used to, I like to look at it like a bar stool, right? Like, what are your revenue sources? If you only have one revenue source and that leg gets kicked out underneath you, you're screwed, right? So you need to be prepared. Every business should have 2 to 3 and ideally 4 streams of how they're driving revenue. That's brands on a billboard, or like, branding through digital, or going to networking events and building that. You have to build your sources. My point though is at the end of the day is like, just make sure going into 2026 that you are geared up and prepared, because at the end of the day, we are only going to live in a way more hyper competitive landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were talking that gym, and I remember when I started adapting social, there was really no agencies around here. There's like pretty much none. Unless you were in New York, a big New York agency. There wasn't like all these small agencies.
Right.
Now there's a million agencies that are doing it in their parents' basement or like in their apartment somewhere, and they're freelanting, but calling themselves an agency.
I was just gonna say that so many agencies are one person.
100%.
You're
right.
not an agency.
Yeah, you're not an agency.
You're a freelancer.
You're a freelancer. But so that's my point. But before, you really couldn't find people, and I was going around like having those conversations forever ago, and they're like, wow, like yeah, like all right, cool, maybe I need a website. Now everybody and their mother, is a marketer.
Yeah.
So it's like it's only going to get more and more and more and more competitive, right? It's not going to go the opposite. It's going to get more and more and more competitive. So point is that if you're not branding yourself, you're not marketing yourself, then you are going to find yourself out of business. Don't allow yourself to get out hustled and outworked by your competitors.
Yeah, I completely agree. One last quick topic update that I actually saw just a few minutes ago. Google Shopping ads now released. Originally you can just hook up products to it.
Yep.
Now you can do physical good subscriptions. So for brands like Liquid IV, how you have the subscription where you can get it sent to you every single month, you can purchase that now directly through shopping ads, which is really, really, really beneficial.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Google just out there. I still can't believe that Google Gemini is the most downloaded and used AI.
Yeah, that is.
I was shook by that.
Yeah.
Does anyone here use Gemini? Use Gemini? No, but you download the app Gemini. No, right? Everyone I know uses ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But it's the most downloaded app in the App Store.
That's so interesting.
And obviously on Android, which I'm debating on going back to. But one thing I want to say though too, for anybody out there, if you're out at a store during this Black Friday and they're like, do you want to save 20%? Just give us your phone number. One thing that I do for year and time again is I give people Pete's phone number. And I'm saying, if you want that deal, but you don't want the text, put your friend that you want to annoy on that list. So they're sitting there like, why is Christmas Tree Shop texting me? What is this? Right? What about the candle store? What's the one that like Bath and Body Works?
Yeah.
Pete gets all these texts.
That would actually be so funny. I would be so annoyed.
Yeah. I used to change it up. Pete's my guy for fins. He has 1 million points. Actually, I realized over time that it actually disbenefited me because I would always I thinking that he was getting text promos and stuff, but they weren't. He was just getting points. He was racking up all my points over the years.
He's getting all the free.
We're gonna have to get fins today. but anyway, at the end of the day, it's like during this holiday season, again, you can really support small businesses. So please make sure you do that. All jokes aside, like look at any local small businesses. And I said this in the past a bunch, but like don't look at these people like the freaking Kim Kardashians and the Kendall Jenners and the whoever else Jenners. And not to bash them at all, because I don't really know them or follow them. But I'm just saying, like, support local people who make makeup, or support local artists who like paint, or support, local people who are starting their own gym or like doing whatever. Like that's the real impact in your community. When you go buy something from, an influencer that has their own makeup line and that is a good quadrillionaire, that doesn't help your community at all, right? So hopefully this holiday season, you go hook up some small business owners.
I completely agree.
Yeah, it's like you got to get out there.
I completely agree. Okay, I think that's it for
That's all she wrote? All right, guys. Hey, first and foremost, thank you for tuning in every Monday, 9 a.m., sometimes roughly 9:15. If Emily's here, we'll be at 9:02. Rob's here 9:15. Megan just shows up last second, so we get in at the last second, but we'll be here though, right? And we'll be ready to rock. If you know any business owners, executives, people who are looking to just stay on top of the trends in marketing, business, Jets losing, anything like that, this is where you tune in on Facebook, Instagram Live, YouTube, LinkedIn, X,
all social channels.
All social channels.
Yeah.
Guys, crush this Monday ahead. We'll see you next time.